everyone, we're back with the Jamie and Stephen Show with your hosts, Jamie and Stephen.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you remember the full title?
Do you know what I did when we practiced? But now I'm sat here and I'm on the spot. Yeah,
It's
thanks for that.
Let's talk movies,
music,
and magic. It is a bit of a tongue twister.
Yeah. Who thought of that?
So this is a special episode because we've done something that we've never done before. We've watched the film.
Just let people sit there in silence, like, what have they done?
Yeah, we've watched the film together.
Yes.
And now recorded straight after watching it.
Mm-hmm. Well.
After fiddling about with
microphones
technology.
And things
Yeah.
for about, what, an hour? 55 minutes. We finished that film. Had gone through.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't be, the same without some technical difficulties.
If you're going to do it, have some technical difficulties with it.
So the reason we had to sit down together and watch it is because you have it on DVD.
Yes, it's not on Disney Plus.
No. And if you still don't know what we're talking about, sorry, is we watched Make Mine Music.
Oh, you should have read the title of it before you clicked.
Yeah.
If you don't know what it is.
So this is the third war time era film that's
it's a package.
a package film, that's what they call it, isn't it? Yeah. So this is the third one. We've still got 3 more to go.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah, we do.
I am really looking forward to this era being done.
Yeah.
It's
just taken a while to record, isn't it?
But it's because we've had the Christmas break.
New Year's.
And because we needed to watch it together because you have it on DVD.
Yeah.
Because it's not on Disney Plus.
So, and I think also with the fact that it's not... I think if it had been something like Beauty and the Beast, I think we'd have been like, yeah, we've watched it, we'll come round and watch it.
Yeah.
But because it's like one of these war package films...
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. It's not like we were itching to watch it.
Yeah, no.
We knew
wine.
this was... Yeah, we had to have it to watch it.
Yeah. That's probably why we couldn't set the microphone up properly.
Too much vino.
Too much vino.
This is the first film released by Disney after the war.
Mm-hmm.
So it was released in 1946. I didn't manage to find out exactly the month.
No, I think it. I did, but I didn't write it down. I think it's around summertime.
Yeah, I was going to say it must be summer because, just a quick fact before I forget it.
Going in.
I know I'm going in before everything else, but it was played at the Cannes Film Festival.
Yeah.
Like, how weird is that? Out of all the films,
I'm guessing it didn't win.
Well, yeah, I'm guessing it didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah. So it was a painful 1 hour and 15 minutes.
Very painful. Very, very painful.
It was 10 shorts put together to make this.
Thankfully, some were shorter than the others.
Yes.
Like, I think if the ones that were maybe a minute or 2 long had been 5 minutes, I think, you'd be doing this on your own.
Yeah, by like the 4th one, I was like, oh, thank God, we're getting through them quite quickly.
I numbered them.
Yeah, so did I.
I literally numbered them in my pad and was like, right, I'm going to write a comment for each one.
Yeah, that's what I did as well. Oh, we're like one mind.
Yes.
Right, so will we get straight into the facts?
Well, do you have the IMDb?
Oh yeah, the IMDb synopsis. Okay, it's very brief.
Yes, unlike the film.
It's 6 words.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make my music.
Animation done to contemporary popular music.
Yeah.
That's it. That was all the synopsis. And yeah, I would
not watch the film. Read that synopsis. Move on with your life.
Yeah.
Get on with, another film.
They say that, there's a couple of them that were pulled out of being used from Fantasia.
Yeah.
And that this is like the modern Fantasia. This is nothing like Fantasia. and I would
It
not.
kind of was.
Oh, really?
'Cause I didn't like that either.
I know, but no, I could not. I don't know why they compare it. It's completely different.
I think it's because it's done as like a program of music, and Fantasia is meant to be like a program of music with animation done to it. But yeah, they're not comparable. This is like the video that you found at the co-op
Yeah.
after Beauty and the Beast came out. It was like Belle but with brown hair.
Yeah.
That's what this was.
Yeah.
It's, in fact, my synopsis.
Okay.
'Cause I do one for everyone.
Yeah.
Walt Disney invents the Looney Tunes VHS collection decades too early. Because that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
It felt, and actually when I've been writing my comments down, I mean,
You
as we
compared
go
it-
through them, it will be Looney Tunes, Looney Tunes, Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
It felt very much like I was watching a Looney Tunes.
Yeah. But not
video.
good ones.
But not the good ones.
No.
No. But yeah,
Yeah. Right, so shall we get into the facts?
yeah, let's go for it.
And straight away, I couldn't find money. Like, I don't know how
No.
much money this film made.
Probably $1.50.
Ugh.
Like one.
But I think it's
$1.50.
because of the whole wartime
Yeah.
thing. It's, yeah.
Yeah. No, I think actually we'll probably find more for the more popular films. That
Yeah.
they'll have the money out
Yeah.
there. So
Okay, so facts.
yes, I actually wrote mine for each of the
Oh, okay.
shorts. So
Yeah, okay, so shall we do a short? So do the
Yeah.
facts of the short and then describe what we thought
yeah.
of each one. Let's do it like that. So the first one is
Martins and McCoys.
yes.
So my fact for that is, if you're listening to us in America, sorry, you're not going to be able to watch this. It's censored in
yeah.
America. If you're watching it in the UK or in Japan, then
You
it's
might.
the first one that comes up.
Yeah. I mean, the likelihood is you're probably not going to watch it, but hopefully you can envision it by listening to this podcast.
It was crap. Don't watch it. Move on.
And we've saved you the time.
Yes. Just think if we were in America and we were watching it on like an American
Yeah.
DVD when they came out, or the VHS, this would have been, what, 7 minutes shorter?
Yeah, because it wouldn't have had this.
It wouldn't have had this, and I
Yeah.
don't think it would have lost anything.
Oh, certainly not. So it's loosely based on the Hatfield and McCoy feud, which
couldn't tell you
apparently
anything
began
about that.
in the American Civil War. But there's different, there's lots of different versions of that story.
If it's not Joan Crawford and Betty Davis, then I don't know anything about that feud.
So, yeah, basically you've got two families that are at war with each other.
Yeah.
And they've forgotten what the reason is because they've been fighting for so long.
I mean, I actually thought with this one that if it was done as a full-length film, I think I would have liked it. But because it was done as a short,
Oh, really?
yeah,
Oh.
I thought if they'd, because the romance between the two kids
Yeah,
was very brief.
yeah,
It's like he looks at,
I know.
and has that Monica from Friends moment when the light shines through her dress.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you can see her body. It's like, Jesus.
Yeah, yeah. But I liked the fact that the girl was quite a tough character. Like, she was strong, she was like independent.
Yes.
She'd been brought up by men,
Yeah.
and she's, funnily enough, the only girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
The mums don't live long.
Yeah. And I wrote down that with when they're like having the romance scene where they've fallen in love at first sight, that whole thing. It reminded me of the centaurs in Fantasia.
I must have fallen asleep during those bits in both films.
Because there's a similar scene with a male and a female centaur, and they're, you know, in the petals and the flowers or whatever, and yeah, and the way that she was drawn was very similar to that.
She reminded me more of Betty Boop kind of animation, where it's very spaghetti arms, as
Yeah,
they say, when
yeah.
they were avoiding it in
Yeah.
Snow White.
And the hourglass
Yeah.
body shape. Yeah.
Didn't like the ending.
Oh, where they continue the feud.
I don't think
As a
domestic
man
violence
Well-
is a very funny ending.
Hey,
she went
gives it-
for it.
she did go for it, didn't she?
She did go for it.
yeah, so for those that probably won't ever see this because it's not shown in America, they get married, and it's when they are in their home that the feud reignites between the husband and wife.
Yeah.
But it's the wife that's throwing the punches.
It,
And then it ends
Yeah.
with the camera pulling out, and you're seeing their house in between the two family homes,
Yeah.
and you're hearing the
Yeah, it's
punches
very,
and the
very
smoke. It's that
cartoon.
very cartoony.
Yeah. As I say, I think if it had been a full-length film, I think I'd have enjoyed it more. But as a short, I think it was trying to be something more than it was.
See, I wrote that it was too long.
Yeah.
That short.
It was trying to do too many things
Yeah.
when in fact it could have just been 3 minutes
Yeah.
start to the end, or have been a full length film
Uh-huh.
and got into a little bit more characterization and things,
Yeah.
because I didn't know the names even though it was written on their door at the end, and
Uh-huh.
it was I couldn't tell you their names, and I've just watched it.
Yeah. Yeah, I also wrote down that I'd never seen it before until today. Like, I don't know how I've seen others in this, because we spoke about this before we put it on.
Yeah, it's because quite a few of them they weren't released on video in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the shorts were as other compilations.
Right, okay.
Unfortunately, I didn't write any of them down, but they would have been ones that we'd seen, and
Yeah.
I know Casey and the Bat has definitely been released, and I think that was released on DVD as well as part of a shorts collection.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I'd only ever seen this on my obtained version before the official DVD came out.
Yeah.
So-
Like I say, and the reason that this isn't going to be ever seen in America is so ridiculous.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Because for those who don't know, it's because of the gun violence,
Yeah.
which I find so hypocritical.
Oh, and the thing is as well, is like in the short, and I thought of this because I knew the reason why it had been banned and like edited out and censored and whatnot. And I thought, okay, so this is a family film, not specifically for young children. It's a family film, and there are comedic things with shotguns and things. And yet in Star Wars, which again, family film, like people get like sliced in half, there's gunfire everywhere, it's quite a war.
Yeah.
Whereas this is just a short with some shotguns.
Well, I think, it's obviously because it shows that in regards to their Second Amendment right? Is that what they're going
I'm
to
not
have?
too
I'm
sure.
sure.
It's the right to defend yourself.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's the Second Amendment to the Constitution.
Okay.
And yeah, the way that it's made in the film, it's as if like they take advantage of that because they can use these weapons to kill people they don't like.
So are we saying?
So it's almost like, oh, we can't show this, even though this does happen.
It's too much of a valid point.
It's too true.
Yeah.
It's-
that makes more sense.
That must be why they can't, because, yeah.
Yeah. Either way, you're not missing out. If
Yeah,
you're
you're
seeing
definitely
it.
not missing anything, trust me. And yeah, this will probably be the only time I will ever watch this. You know.
Yeah, I can't imagine it's going to be watched again. Just to put it out there, the DVD that I own, we bought before 2017
Yeah.
because we were in the apartment, and it was still in its cellophane.
Yeah, you opened the cellophane
Yeah.
today, didn't you?
Yes,
Oh my
yes.
But you just got it because you wanted the collection.
It was the covers, yeah. I
Yeah, and
wanted
it
them
came with a
all.
sleeve.
Yes.
It's even got the sleeve.
Yes. Oh, all of ours have got the sleeve.
Yeah.
We
But it never went on Blu-ray.
no. Well, in the UK it didn't.
Yeah, well,
So in America
it would have, but
did, but only part
not with
of,
that
it-
short.
No. And it was part of the Disney. Is it Disney Movie Club? So you had to be part of a club before
Oh.
you get it. I've
Oh.
got some more facts on that at the end.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so.
Do we move on to number 2?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
This is going to be very brief.
Very
what I've got.
brief. This is the Blue Bayou,
Yes.
and it's what's the bird
It's like a heron. Kind
Yeah.
Of stalk thing.
thing? Yeah, which
Yeah.
apparently are very rare. And through the night, it said
Maybe.
that they almost went extinct
Oh.
or something. Yeah, they're an endangered animal.
The only thing I know about herons is that they're in the animals of Farthingwood.
Oh, okay.
Never seen a real one.
No.
So.
Yeah, again, I've never seen this. This is the first and last time
Yeah.
I will be watching this short.
Yes. So the fact I've got is this was meant to be part of Fantasia. The original tune was going to be Claire de Lune, but was replaced by Blue Bayou.
Yeah.
The original still exists, so apparently it was tweaked a little bit, and the original with the original music still exists. So anyone who enjoyed it can go watch it again, just slightly different. Yeah, nothing happens.
Yeah, it's just literally
A bird,
two birds.
two birds.
Yeah, it starts off with one and then you see another and they're flying around this bayou and to this song called Blue Bayou.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not really a story to it, and the animation doesn't it's not like it matches the beat of the song either.
It's just
It's boring.
yeah.
It's just boring.
Yeah.
I just
I don't get it. I don't get why it's there.
yeah,
Like-
I don't understand. We'll get to the end, but this is one of the things I have another thing to comment on
Oh,
this,
okay, yeah.
but when we've done all,
Done those.
yeah.
No.
So let's move on because there really isn't anything else I can say about that one.
No. Oh God! In America, that's what that film starts as now.
I know, like if that is the first one,
Oh God.
because I don't know if the order will be the same.
I think
But
it
if it
is. Yeah, I
is,
think it's
Like
yeah.
I don't know if people would continue watching.
Thankfully, it's only like a few minutes.
Yeah, literally, it's
It's-
like
yeah.
2 minutes.
The time it takes for a bird to stand there, see another bird, and fly off with them.
Yeah, that's it. It's over.
Yeah.
Number 3.
All the cats join in.
Yeah, straight away I thought I was going to watch a little short about cats.
Yeah, because it starts with the cat.
I know.
Yeah.
And then it was like jazzy, and I wrote down, oh, jazz cats before aristocats.
Yes. Do you know what? I actually like this one.
Oh, and then it wasn't anything to do with cats
It's
at
not.
all.
It was cats as in
Yeah.
big cats.
Yeah. It was very like the Jets from West Side Story.
Yeah,
you know?
I did enjoy it. I like the fact that the pencil kind of
Yes, I like that.
continued, and it, especially the bit where it drew like the stop sign, so it could finish the rest of the car because it had
Yes.
drove off. And,
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. I thought if the rest of the film had been a little bit more like that, with that sense of humour, rather than being artistic in a very watercolour kind of way.
Yeah.
If it had been artistic in this kind of way, I think it'd have been a better film. This one was actually censored.
Oh yeah, because of our shower scene. I didn't think it
Yes.
was that bad.
Well, what we watched is the censored version.
Oh, is it?
Yes, you cannot get the original
Oh.
version unless you live in Japan.
Oh, okay.
They've had the original version.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't really see the big deal.
No, I mean it was female nudity, so
But it's a cartoon.
yeah.
And it's not like, I mean, obviously we don't know because we've not seen it, but it's not as if they were going to have it look... Oh.
It's her boobies.
Oh, really?
I've seen a clip.
Oh,
It's
you've seen a
boobies.
clip?
I've seen the
Okay.
clip. It's boobies.
Boobies.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's just boobs.
Yeah.
But, no, I think the way that it's cut is fine.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it
was
was
looking
still
for the
like,
clip.
ooh, you know.
Yeah. It's like, oh.
You know, you
A
see,
naked
you're
back.
seeing skin.
Yes. Oh my god.
But it was, I think it was cleverly done, you know, with
Yeah.
her drying the back, you know, with the towel.
Yeah.
And you just seeing the back of her.
Yeah.
And then how the towel, like, she jumps into her, does she jump into her outfit?
Near enough, yeah.
Near enough,
It's
yeah.
all- yeah.
Yeah.
No, I really liked it. I liked that one.
Yeah. I liked the animation, I liked the jazzy song.
Yeah.
The only thing, obviously, is it's not really relatable to teenagers now, but
no. It was,
apparently it was a trend back then.
Yeah,
This whole meeting up and dancing and getting a milkshake.
now we're all just on social media.
Yeah.
Taking pictures of the milkshake right
Yeah.
on our own. Yeah, I enjoyed that, but this style of animation, especially the eyes, reminded me of Hanna-Barbera.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
Yes.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, the
and-
Jetsons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I got that feel from it.
Yeah.
Nothing really in this film reminded me of a Disney film.
No. I would, if I hadn't seen the cover, and if I had turned the TV on and this cartoon had come on, I would have never have related
No.
it to Disney.
No, I don't actually think any of them I would relate with Disney, to be honest with you.
Peter and the Wolf is probably the only one.
Awkward silence.
Okay. Right. We'll go to
Moving
the
on.
next one. I didn't get the title of this one. I literally... I just...
So the song is called Without You,
Okay.
and the short is called Without You.
All right, okay. So it's the same as the song.
Yeah, but
Okay. What did you write?
what about what I thought about it?
No, just like, because I wrote 3 things. Like,
I wrote nothing happens, but not in those words.
I wrote trees, question mark, reflections, question mark. Don't get it.
No. It's
At one point I thought it was like a bit churchy. You know, when we saw the silhouette of like the window and then it disappeared and then the sun came.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, again, for those who've never seen, because I've never seen it, again,
No.
first and last time I'll be watching this.
yeah.
And for those who will probably never watch this, I can't really tell you what it was about.
No. I mean, I'm guessing because of the song Without You, I'm guessing it's someone who's upset that someone's left them.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
The window had a bit of rain pouring
Oh, yeah.
down, and again, Joey from Friends with the window,
Yeah.
the rain on the side,
Yeah.
and then it kind of just
But it was like the trees.
yeah.
I didn't get-
couldn't tell you what anything
I don't
else
know
about
why.
it, but
And I was like, sat there thinking, like, what made him decide, oh yeah, let's go for this one. Let's put this one in.
maybe it already just existed. Maybe
Yeah.
it was like, do you know what? We don't need to do any more work on this.
But thankfully,
out.
it was only like, what, 2 minutes?
Yeah, but it was a song. It was.
It was just this length of the song, and yeah, it was over, and I was like, oh my god. Again, would never relate this to Disney at all.
No.
This is very obscure.
Yeah.
I almost feel like, I mean, we're at 1946, we're 9 years away from Disneyland. He's not going to be too occupied yet with the park, But clearly something else is occupying him, because how on earth the Walt Disney that we read about and know,
I can't imagine
him picking or approving this film.
No.
This is so nothing like what we've watched.
Weirdly, bear in mind that we're a year out of the war at the point when this was released. It looks like a German cartoon.
Yeah.
It's so abstract that it's like, I'm just not smart enough to know what's going on.
No, I'm not. I'm looking at it, I'm trying to figure out what it is that I'm watching, and I just wrote question marks, and then it's like, oh, please, can this be finished?
Yeah, it's like, come on, bring on number 5.
Yeah, I want to see the wolf, come on! Number 5.
Oh, well, I do have a fact before we go
Oh,
on.
okay.
So the song Without You is sung by Andy Russell. Weirdly, part of the day, he was like a really big star, crooner kind of star.
Oh, was he?
So he was known equally as much as Frank Sinatra and like
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
Yeah.
The fact that I got from him is he wanted to perform in a touring band, but couldn't because he was too young. So the lead of the band adopted him.
Oh.
So he could take him on tour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Number 5.
Yeah, number 5.
Number 5.
Casey at the Bat. Again, I've never seen this.
You've never seen Casey?
No. I think I might have seen the sequel though.
Yes, because there is.
Yeah.
The sequel was released.
Which is not in this.
No. Watch the sequel.
But yeah, and I'm assuming that it's this short that Casey's Corner.
Yeah, although because I had a little look because I thought, is it
to do with this?
I think it is, but more because of the sequel, because the sequel was released in 1954.
Right,
so obviously a year before Disneyland was open.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's more where it comes from. Have you ever had a Casey's hot dog?
Yes.
Yeah, I've had 1 or 2, but
well, I think we've had them all. We've had the one with chili, the one with the nachos, and the plain one, and...
So I had the plain one at Paris.
Yeah.
And then I think I had the nachos at Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
But when we went to California, it was like, we just didn't have one.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think that that's special.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think... No, we do like them. I think they're nice, they're a good size.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because they're €11
Yeah.
in Disneyland Paris. I don't know how much they are in Florida.
No, I can't remember, to be honest.
But yeah, €11.
Probably $20.
And the fact that you can get chicken nuggets there and chips and...
oh yeah, it's decent in that way.
Yeah.
They're nothing special.
But a hot dog, I mean...
How special
Don't
do you want
get me
it to
wrong.
be? Is that what you said?
I have had the incredible hot dog
Okay.
at Avengers Campus in the other park, and that was better.
They say I've not had the hot dog there. I had
But
the chicken.
it was, I think that was €13, so it was like €2 more. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's a hot dog. You know,
Yeah.
it's
a hot dog.
yeah, as long as it's hot and there's a dog in it and it's got the sauce and onions, I'm happy. So yeah, but yeah, I mean,
I just put that we're back to the Looney Tunes again.
Yeah, this was really
And the sounds.
messy.
The sounds were in the when they're hitting that.
Yeah, it was like the pow pow.
Sound. Yeah, it was Looney Tunes sounds.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was expecting, because there is a baseball one with Bugs Bunny in.
Uh-huh.
I was expecting Bugs Bunny at any time, and I actually think that.
Oh yeah, isn't the Bugs Bunny one where he plays all the parts?
Yes, against the one.
Yeah.
Like the thug. Yeah.
Because that is in. Oh my God, who recreates that scene? That's in a film.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, it's gonna bug me that. I can hear them reenacting the Bugs Bunny.
Remember to put this in an email or on Threads or Instagram.
Yeah.
Let us know.
It's. Oh, it'll come to me. Sorry, but yeah, very.
And I preferred the Bugs Bunny one.
Yeah.
So that's all I've got to say on that.
Yeah, this was it. Like when it began, and it was like Casey at the bat. I thought I was going to see a woman batting.
Okay.
Because, obviously, the Second War, because the men had to go off to fight, and we've got the ladies then had to
Although
play.
this was based in 1902, which is why Case's Corner
right.
on Main Street.
Right,
It's
okay,
the same
yeah,
era.
that makes sense.
But
Yeah, I thought I was going to see something to do with the female bats in regards
did
to...
you not listen to the first, like,
Ugh.
I'm sure it's the first line, or like in the first line when it's like,
'Cause they
women don't understand the game.
Yeah,
but like
and then
to
I
watch
thought...
Case of the Bat, and
yeah,
it's like...
so I thought because of that it must be a woman, and that's why they've come to watch, not realising it was because
Is there
they
a
thought...
woman in the sequel?
Well, it's his daughters, isn't it? That's what the sequel is.
It's been years since I've
I
seen
think
it.
it's to do with his
Like-
daughters. He's got 7 daughters or something.
Yeah, I can't remember. Can't remember at all. Which is weird because that's not on the special features.
No.
On that, but the band concert is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I have a fun fact about this one.
Go
I wonder
on
if
then.
you've got the same one.
No, I've done my fact.
Oh, okay. The sign in the stadium wall announces that the Mudville 9 are playing against a team from Burbank.
Okay.
And obviously
yes.
Burbank's where the Walt Disney Studios is.
And I do believe that they played.
Oh no, they're not real teams.
No. I believe that
Oh.
in the studios.
Oh, they played baseball.
They played, yeah.
Oh.
I was going to say cricket, but in America.
Yeah.
baseball. But yeah, I'm sure I've seen it on. It's on the Snow White Blu-ray,
Right, okay.
and they play.
Oh.
Moving on.
Yes, moving on. Number 6. Again, this was very... like, I don't know what this was.
This
Oh.
was somewhat. It would. I tell you what it was. Someone had spilt some paint, and Walt was like, "Oh, I ain't wasting that." So we got 2 people to dance, coloured over them, and then animated that over this paint splotch.
Yeah.
It was shy.
Oh, it's awful.
It was bad.
I mean, it really was... I just didn't get it.
No.
Like...
I mean, the thing is, with the programme, because it's meant to be like a musical piece, it's meant to be that you go in to watch kind of like a musical review. Surely there was something better to do.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I know we'd just been in a war.
Yeah.
It was all bad, but, you know, surely someone had a hula hoop or something that they could have just done instead, because this isn't good.
No. The fact is a lot more interesting than the actual segment. And that's just that they're husband and wife.
Oh, were they?
The
Okay.
dancers.
See, for me, I got that this song was sung by Dinah Shaw.
Oh, yeah.
Shaw was one of the first people to sing Baby It's Cold Outside.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the things that I just found more fascinating than anything else in this entire film is that Baby It's Cold Outside was released 8 times in 1949.
Why?
It was just released by different people.
Oh.
It's been released over, I think it was 200 times. There's
Oh my
200
God.
versions of this. Dinah Shaw's was number 7.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, good for her.
So that was my favourite fact about the whole film. 9 times in a year.
Yeah. So, yeah, husband and wife, David Lishin and Tatiana Ryabochinska.
Oh, yeah.
And they were the dancers. Yeah.
Let me just show you what I thought when
Okay.
I was... I've written Lost the Will to Live.
Yeah.
Have you written the
I
same?
just put still bored.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the cherubs, clearly from Fantasia.
Yeah,
They just
were
literally reused them.
Yeah.
Like,
I know
what
what
could
we've
we make this seem a bit more Disney-ish?
Honestly, it's like the Peter Kay sketch, you know, when they're at the airport and it's the people in the background. It's like, what we got? We got a bugger. Just push that on the conveyor
Yeah.
belt. You watch this. Yeah, that old suitcase. Whack that out. That's what it felt like. Just whack any old shite we have.
And I think somebody must have thought we need something to make this look like it's come from the Walt Disney Studios, and
We're about an hour into the film at this point.
or was this done round about the same time as all the Fantasia stuff, and because this just didn't get picked, and the cherubs were maybe used?
yeah.
Who knows? But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I don't care enough to,
No, neither
to
do
even
I.
think about it. So,
Right. Okay. 7. Right. So I've had to suffer 6 shorts to get to
and they were all bad.
the most decent one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Peter and the Wolf. This one I had seen.
I've called Rabbit Season because it just reminded me from Looney Tunes again. It's just
Yeah, it was like almost like, oh, it's baby Elmer Fudd.
yeah.
But no, I like
in
the
the
song.
Wabbit.
Yeah, I like the song. I knew the song.
Yeah.
I've heard the song.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said to you, I had this on video somehow. It could have just been on its own with other things.
It
I
was
don't know.
on different videos
Yeah.
in the UK, and I believe that actually this was on Laserdisc.
Oh, like a DVD.
Yeah, but in the time, one of them is anyway.
Okay.
I thought it was this one, but it might not be.
Yeah. This was probably, the only one that looked like, oh yeah, Disney-ish.
I did put that this is the best animation so far.
Yeah, the bird, Sasha,
Yes.
loved him.
Yeah.
Or her. No, him,
Him.
because Sasha's a boy's name in Russia.
Yeah. I think they were all boys in there.
Yeah, Sonia, Sasha, Peter, and then what was the
What
cat?
was the cat?
Oh,
Ivan.
Ivan the cat.
And Grandpa.
And Grandpa. I loved, straight away the first thing I wrote was Sterling Holloway.
Yes.
He, for me,
Yeah, he's Disney,
steals
isn't he?
this.
Film.
Yeah. And him narrating it and doing the parts,
Yeah.
it was really nice, and it was fun. It was cute.
Yeah. It almost felt like if this had been the main feature and they'd have put 1 or 2 bits either side, this would have been a better film.
Yeah. But in saying that, I felt it could have been shorter.
Yeah, it could have.
I felt it was too long.
I didn't really know what was going on.
Yeah,
at
it got
one
a bit
point.
boring in the middle.
Yeah. And it.
But yeah. No, it was. I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah. God.
This was watchable. I'm not saying that it's the best,
No.
and I'm not saying that. Oh yeah, let's make my music on so I can see that Peter and the Wolf.
Unless you've had a lot of medication and alcohol.
But in saying that, if this was on its own on Disney Plus, I think Finlay and Jacob would watch it.
Yeah, I do. I don't think there's anything wrong with this segment as a segment.
Yeah,
on its
own.
own. And as I say, if they just added, if it was this and they put the all the cats come in and the last one, the whale, if that was the film, I could have forgiven it a lot more.
Yeah.
But it isn't.
No, it's not, unfortunately.
There's like a lot more.
Yeah.
I do have a fact about Sterling Holloway.
Okay.
I've got into the thing now where every time he appears I want to find a new fact about him, and I also want to find a fact that I'm hoping that just people don't know. So we all know he voices Winnie the Pooh and all them,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
wanted to find a fact. He was the first recipient of a Disney Legend Award for voice work.
Oh.
And I believe it was in 1991, and we spoke about Mary Blair with the Disney Legend Awards, and we wondered when it started. 1987.
Okay.
So
Right, so they started doing the Legends in 1987. She was
Yeah.
the first.
she wasn't the first.
Oh, she
no.
wasn't?
No, she was quite later on.
Oh.
Sterling Holloway was before.
Okay.
But yes, he was the first for voice work. And obviously since then you've had people like Jodie Benson and
Yeah.
so on.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he... yeah, I was just...
His voice is
His
just
voice,
so
yeah, I love his voice. It speaks this era of Disney to me.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I instantly think of Dumbo. Funny enough, before I think of Winnie the Pooh. But I think it's because I think of Jim Cummings as Winnie the Pooh now.
Yeah, I think with his voice, for me, I more relate it to Car
Oh,
than
yeah.
the Jungle Book, but only because I'd been watching that
Uh-huh.
since I was very, very
Yeah.
young. Whereas Dumbo, I never really related him to the stork because it's such a small part.
Right.
And again, with Winnie the Pooh in the film doesn't sound like Winnie the Pooh.
No.
So I'm
Yeah.
used to Jim Cummings as well.
But I also... what I liked as well, because I like the penguin segment that he does
yeah,
in
the last one,
Three
yeah.
Caballeros.
Yeah.
And the way he narrates that is similar to Peter and the Wolf, and it
Yeah.
probably was done obviously at the same time.
Yeah,
but yeah, and I like that he doesn't change his voice to each
No.
character. He keeps it the same. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very much like a Jack Nori.
yeah,
Like, I don't know if you've ever seen or listened to a Kenneth Williams. who
I've
was in-
heard of him.
He was from the Carry On films.
Yes.
And he's the one that goes, oh, matron. all that
Yes,
stuff.
yeah,
He's done Jack Nori, and it's very the same. It's the voice.
yeah,
The voice tells the story more than the actual story.
yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah,
It's weird how we both picked
yeah.
him as the best bit.
Yeah, he was.
And it's, yeah.
Yeah, the comedy just, and it, like I say, just didn't even change the tone of his voice. It's just his voice.
Just told a lovely story.
And yeah,
Yeah.
so, but in saying that, I'm not going to say,
Go and watch.
Go and watch.
No.
oh, you have to watch my music.
No. Oh, God, no, don't do
But
that.
fingers crossed, Disney Plus will,
I
you know,
think they would separate some of them out. And
it's
I
on
think,
its own.
yeah.
So that, you know, Disney fans could see it and say, oh yeah, I finally saw that Peter and the Wolf. Because,
Yeah.
like for example,
I'm not going to say the same about a lot of others.
the storybook ride in Disneyland Paris. For those of you who don't know, I don't know if they've got something similar in America, but you're in a boat and you go around
Storybook
and
Canal.
it's as you're going around on this boat, you're seeing stories.
Yeah.
This is not an amazing ride. This is for babies. But one of the stories that they feature in it is Peter and the Wolf, and I don't know why, because so many people would not know what this is.
Do we think it's because it's Russian?
Yeah, maybe they're trying to put like Europe.
and-
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of.
Because I don't think it's in the California or the Florida ones.
Yeah.
Not Peter and the Wolf anyway. But then they've updated theirs.
Oh.
So where it... no, I'm thinking of the Paris one with the snow. Because in America that's frozen now.
Right.
So that's probably why
Yeah.
it's still there. They
Yeah.
just haven't got around to it yet.
Yeah. I mean, it's a cute, but no, even Ben asked, "What's this film again?" And I was like, "Oh, it's Peter and the Wolf." And luckily, it does play the song. I'm sure you hear the music as it passes that part.
The music, and I could be wrong, but it sounded like the theme tune to Rupert the Bear in the 90s, the cartoon.
I can't remember.
No.
But I always think of Peter and the Wolf when I hear it. But that's because I definitely had it on video somehow. I don't know.
I remember Peter and the Wolf more from a trip that I did at college. We went to a London theatre to watch Peter and the Wolf.
Oh. Okay. Random.
It was as crap as this film.
Okay. Number 8. So this is like the front cover, basically.
It is.
Of
I
the
don't know
DVD.
why. I don't know why.
And it's also like it's the only photo featured in that book that I've got.
Oh, okay.
The art of,
Yeah.
this is the photo they use of all the segments, that they decided to use a still from this segment and to represent the film in
Why?
the book that I've got.
Why?
So all I wrote was, so this segment is called After You've Gone.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's 4 instruments, and the music is obviously the instruments that we're watching. But I just wrote song was fun. That was it. They're, what are they called when they're like almost human-like, but
Anamorphic.
anamorphic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the fact I have from this one is it was Benny Goodman and the Goodman Quartet.
Mhm.
They played the music, and each of the instruments represents one of them. But they did all the cats join in as well. They did the music for that segment.
Oh, right, okay.
As for my opinion on it,
Mhm.
I like how you laugh as if it's going to be bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. The animation looked like it was a student animation.
Uh-huh.
It looked really bad. There was no strings on any of like the oboe or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Whatever those instruments were, they didn't look detailed enough. There was
No.
no strings. The flute looked more like a traffic
Trumpet.
cone.
Yeah, it was like really
really wide at the bottom.
At the bottom.
The only thing was the music. I did like the music, but only because it sounded Pixar.
Yeah.
I really felt that this could have been a Pixar short.
Yeah, it was a very like it was like very like the Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
sort of theme tune. It was like, you know, the
I do think it could
Yeah.
have been one of those shorts that you see before they made Toy Story.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think if they were to do it, or if it was to be them, I can't help but think it would have been a lot better.
Yeah.
I don't want to badmouth anyone's hard work,
No.
but I genuinely think you could give a crayon to your 2 boys and they could produce something very similar.
Oh.
Yeah, one of my least favourite segments out of the whole thing. I'm not saying something.
Right. 9.
Yes.
I don't think I wrote the title. No, it's Johnny Fedora
Johnny Fedora and
Alice Bluebonnet. And this is sung by the Andrews Sisters.
Yes.
Yeah, it was. It was Disney-ish.
I liked it,
Okay.
but again, it felt more Pixar, but I don't know if that's because it felt like the umbrella.
Yes, I was going to say, I felt like I was
there's like a
watching it and I was like,
paper
I
one.
feel like I've seen this before,
Yeah.
but not this.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, obviously this would have been the first, and we've seen others very similar idea.
I
It
liked
started
it.
off good,
Yeah.
and then the bit in the middle was a bit, oh, where's this going?
Yeah.
You know, when
It was fine. I personally think that if this was a short, just a 7-minute short, I'd have no issue with watching it again.
yeah.
Because I thought the animation was fine.
If this had been at the start,
Yes, I might have enjoyed this
yeah,
one more.
this would have been
Yeah.
a better one to put at the beginning, but I feel like the McCoy thing was not.
No. And the animation felt more Disney as well. It felt
Yeah.
less like the Looney Tunes and it felt more Disney.
Yeah, and again, you've got the anamorphic hats.
Yeah.
So if you don't know the story,
We were
It's
just
a-
moving on
Yeah.
without telling you the story. You
it
don't need
starts
to be
off
honest.
with we're seeing a shop window. You've got the fedora hat on one side and the blue bonnet on the other, and they fall in love while on display. And the
Yeah.
blue bonnet gets bought, and the fedora is on a mission to find his true love. And you seeing him passed over various heads,
Yeah,
basically,
we're getting-
until it ends with them both on a horse's
It's
head.
two horses' heads. But
A sweet ending.
it was sweet. I thought the story was, again, Pixar-ish. And I think if that was on before a Pixar film, I would enjoy
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I don't think there was anything wrong with it, but I wouldn't necessarily advise people to go out their way to see it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact I have about that one is more about the Andrews sisters.
Okay.
So they provide the vocals, as you say, most known for Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy.
Yes.
Unfortunately, one of them died, but the remaining two sisters in the 70s debuted on Broadway in a musical written by the Sherman Brothers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was called Over Here.
Oh. And
Moving
last
on.
but not least, yeah. Last but not least.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Hang on.
Oh, one more.
Two things
Oh,
on
okay.
this one. So, did you notice, anyone who's listened to the Bambi one, if not, stop now, go listen to that. Then come back. the cornflake snow.
Yes. What about the cornflakes?
Did you see it?
Where?
In Peter and the Wolf and in
Oh.
the Hat Short.
What was it used in the hat short? Was there snow in that
There
one?
was snow,
God.
yes.
We've only just watched it and I can't. But yes, no, I did notice it in Peter and the Wolf.
Yes, and
the cornflake snow.
yes. I'm not going to tell you what the cornflake
No,
snow
you
is,
have to
'cause
go back and listen to Bambi.
Bambi. People are like, I think I can guess. Well, you might
Right.
be wrong.
Last but not least, Willie the Operatic Whale. That's not the official title, but that's that's what I know it
That's
as.
what I know it as.
Yeah.
It's the whale who wanted to sing at the Met.
Yes. This, I had this on video,
I've seen this.
and
separate
I'm
from this film.
thinking now if this was on the video with Peter and the Wolf that I had,
It could have been.
but there would have obviously been something else on the video, but I'm not sure what. But yeah,
Yeah.
I remembered it being better, but I still enjoyed it. It's still one of the good ones.
I enjoyed this. I think out of the whole thing, the whole film, if someone was to make me choose another piece to watch
Again.
in my lifetime, I think I'd probably choose that one.
Oh, right, okay.
I liked the kind of the story to it.
Yeah, like they can't believe that this whale can sing.
Yeah, I just thought it was neat.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty more that's better than anything in this film, and I think if I was to rank them like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and whatnot, I think this one would be number 1 with all the cats, the cat one being the second and Johnny Fedora being the third, to be honest.
Not Peter and the Wolf.
No.
Oh, see, that would be my number 1.
I think that would be down
Oh.
below them. It'd definitely have beaten like the Blue Bayou and what was the
God.
other one? Without You.
Yeah.
Easily, and Two Silhouettes.
Oh.
Like, yeah.
The thing that bugged me with the whale is that I felt like we were seeing too many newspapers. I felt like
Yeah.
they really...
They got the idea from Dumbo.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, it's cheaper.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
constantly putting those newspaper articles as filling the story gaps.
Yeah.
Was cheating, really, I thought.
It is cheating, and it's one thing that they actually still do now, but they do news coverage, and they do it in films and everything.
Yeah.
Because it's
They
like...
just didn't need to do as many.
No.
Like, I had lost count how many news front pages.
Yeah, it was constant.
Yeah.
It was constant. And I stopped reading after a while.
And then when like he envisioned singing at the Met, I felt that we didn't need to see him change into so many acts.
No. 1 or 2 would have been
Yeah,
fine.
but not 5.
Yeah. I genuinely
And
don't
I
know
didn't
how
know
many
any of the songs except the first one that he sings to the conductor, you know, the Figaro.
Oh, yeah.
But like we said, I instantly thought from
This is Doubtfire, yeah.
Doubtfire. So,
Doubtfire.
because he doesn't sing it the same. I mean, this was a professional singer. This was obviously he was
Yes.
singing it the proper way. But yeah, in my mind, I'm thinking of Robin Williams and the Birds.
Yeah. And that is all we've been singing since.
Yeah, I know, we can't get out of our head.
I like the fact, the singer was Nelson Eddy.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact he did all the voices.
Yes.
Narrated it, did the voice of the female opera singer.
Yeah.
Did the whale.
Uh-huh.
He did everything, and I liked that. I thought that was quite nice, because although we'd seen it being done by Sterling Holloway earlier on in the film, because he was doing different voices, it felt different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have a lot more on that, other than that Nelson Eddy has 3 stars on the Walk of Fame. 1 for film, 1 for recording, and 1 for radio.
Wow, 3.
3.
Greedy.
I know.
God.
I think only Walt Disney has 2.
2.
Yeah.
What for?
Television
And film.
and film.
I don't think they need 2. Like, there should just be 1.
Well, it's different things.
Oh.
Disney take the mick on that Hollywood Walk
Oh,
of
really?
Fame.
They've got
yeah.
that many?
Oh, you've got 1 for Disneyland, 1 for Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Donald,
Yeah.
Disney, 2 for Walt Disney, Roy O. Disney. It's like Winnie the Pooh. It's like, just have Disney on a big star and be done with it. You don't need that many.
So, overall, what was your score for this film?
0.5.
Oh, you've gone 0.5.
Yeah, I
Oh.
couldn't give it a 1.
Oh, well, I
Couldn't
didn't know
rate
we
it
could
that
do
high.
0.5.
We were doing 0.5
Well,
in other
we're-
ones.
No, I don't think we were.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
0 then.
Okay,
I can't
I
give it
give
a
it a
1.
1.
I can't give it a 1.
We don't do 0.
I'm not giving it
Okay.
a 1.
I'll give it a 1 because it can't be, like, don't get me wrong, it's not...
Good. Great. Amazing. Watchable.
It's
Bearable.
not, no, it's not what I would... Yeah, it's not enjoyable.
The reason it's not on Disney Plus is because
I
it's
can see
crap.
why. Yeah, I can see now why.
Disney are like, no. We will put Mum's Got a Date with a Vampire on.
It
but
really
we're not
bugs
putting
me
this on.
that it's a classic.
Yeah.
'Cause
All
this-
of these do, to be honest.
Yeah,
with you, all
none of
do.
these should be
No.
classics. I'm really sorry
Yeah.
to, and as well, which I wrote down, and I put how. It's on IMDb. This has been given 6.2 stars.
You know what that
And
is, don't you? One person has watched it and
I
reviewed
read
it.
some of the reviews from people, like viewers,
Right.
and one person said this was better than Melody Time. Now, Melody Time is one of the next ones we've got to watch,
See,
right?
I
And
can't
I have.
remember that, so
Now,
that's
I
gonna
have
be-
watched that because Finley watches it.
Okay.
And trust me, Melody Time is going to be better.
I don't know who that reviewer was, but shame on you. Who's been rating this 6.2? Some of you must have rated it higher.
Yeah.
Like, because there'll be so many low numbers, there's got to be a few 10s in there.
So what I wanted to say after we went through all 10, that again, I think what was bugging me with this is that none of these segments were anything alike. Like, there was no flow.
What to do with music?
And yet, apparently popular music. But to me, that's questionable. It's hard because obviously this
We
was
live in
so
a different
long.
era.
Yeah, it's a different that. But I am into music, and I do listen to old music, and I know of music that came out at that time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I wouldn't have called half of these popular.
I think I was very surprised to know about Dinah Shore, was it Andy Russell, as I check back on my notes, the Andrews Sisters,
Yeah.
and Nelson Eddy being huge stars at the time, because right now, apart from the Andrews Sisters, I don't know them.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
I do not know who they are.
Yeah.
And the Andrews Sisters, I think I only know because their kind of music has been replicated.
Yes.
and you've seen people like Bette Midler and Christina Aguilera
Yeah,
who would
mimic,
mimic
reenact,
that.
or be influenced by
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
performance. Yeah, definitely.
So that's the only reason why I know of them.
Yeah, just like the way that the animation as well. Like, I get that obviously some of these were supposed to be used for Fantasia, and it was kind of like, oh, well, you know, some of these are too short to be a short, some of these are too long to be a film, too short to be a feature film, so let's shove them all together. But there's no flow, they're all very different, all different types of music. Maybe that was done deliberate, you know, but
I think one of the big things, and we'll come on more of it with Ichabod and Mr. Toad, because it has more of an effect from then onwards. But around this time, when Walt was borrowing money from the Bank of America to make the films, because of the war leaving him short with animators and making money, the Bank of America basically said, until you finish the films that we've already paid you for, we're not going to give you any more money. So I think in the case of this one, it's a bit like, right, well, there we go, we've finished the film, let's get that one out, get it out of the way. And I think probably the same is true of the next two or three wall shorts that we've got, where it's like, right, we'll just produce those films, get them out there so we can get more money.
yeah, I mean, I get that obviously that had to, because really, in terms of, what's the word I'm looking for? Of their reputation that they were having with up until Bambi. You know, they had set the bar. When they move on to these wartime films, I know that it wasn't all, you know, it was because of the war that this happened. But unfortunately, it allowed, I think, other film studios to like catch up.
I wonder if this is why Walt then started going into live action more.
Yeah.
Because that's what he wanted to do more of
because
at this point.
These, you just, they just don't seem very Disney-ish. They're not magical. I think that's what it is. They're missing magic for me.
Yeah.
The stories are not great. I know he did what he could with what he had.
I think it's because we don't know the stories.
Yeah.
So we obviously know Peter and the Wolf, but do we know that from this? Because to be honest, if I'd not done a theatre course and done that, I wouldn't have known Peter and the Wolf.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering whether that's why we know it, because we know it from this segment.
Yeah.
Whereas everything else is very much, it has no, it's got no background, it's not left its mark either.
No, like, they're very forgettable.
Yeah.
I'm like, probably next week I'm going to forget.
We've forgotten half of it now.
I know.
We've just watched
Yeah.
it. It's such a shame, but...
Yeah. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
I can't believe we've managed to talk an hour about this.
I know. I did say right at the beginning that I'd talk about the releases. So it's got some of the least amount of re-releases or releases.
Well, yeah, you can see why.
All of the Disney films. So it was never reissued in the cinema. But then that's true of all of the war shorts. The
Three Caballeros in that weren't they?
It wasn't re-released
In cinema.
in cinema.
Okay.
It was released on
Just
the
on
TV shows and things.
So once it came out in the 40s, it was never seen again unless it was put on TV or when it VHS.
It was all seen on Disney TV shows, basically.
Right.
In Australia, it's never been released on home media.
You're not missing anything, Aussies. You're not missing anything.
On the UK, all those segments have been released on VHS, it's only ever been released on DVD once.
Which is the one you've got.
Just the one, yes. In North America, though, it has been released on VHS, but that was severely edited. DVD was severely edited, and the Blu-ray was promised to be the original without it being edited or anything, but it was edited.
Oh, okay.
And it's obviously not on Disney Plus. And I had a look, actually. I searched all the shorts on Disney Plus. None of them were on there.
No.
So you can't go out and watch them.
No.
My recommendation is just get a Looney Tunes DVD.
Yeah.
Because you've got What's Opera Doc. That's so much better than the
Yeah.
Whale one. You've got It's Wabbit season.
Yeah.
You've got
The bunny.
the Bugs Bunny at the
It's
thing.
still bugging me that I can't think who reenacts that in a film or a TV show, but it's...
So yeah, just go and watch Looney Tunes, and I can't believe I'm saying that as a Disney fan,
I
but
know.
this film is just go and watch Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy them much more.
But obviously we'd love to know if there is fans of this out there, and please explain why you love these.
Yeah.
And if
Jamie will get a spotlight.
if you know what some of them were about, like Blue Bayou and Without You, again, please let us know.
Do you know what? Send an email, because Jamie looks after that, because I don't think I care enough about this to know what they're about.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to change my mind.
So you can email us at the Jamie and Stephen Show at outlook.com. Sorry, not at the Jamie and Stephen Show. It's email us to the Jamie and Stephen Show at outlook.com.
Or you can head over to Threads.
Yes, at the Jamie and Stephen Show, and Instagram as well.
Yes.
And yeah.
Yeah, tell us what you think. Do you think we were fair? Do you think that I was too mean giving a 0? Do you think Jamie was too generous giving a 1? Do you know why it's not on Disney Plus? Do you know why the whole thing's not on there? Even as
To
an
be honest,
edited
there's
form?
lots of other things that aren't on Disney Plus that people question, so
Yeah.
it's just Disney teasing us. But trust me,
Trust me,
you're
they're
not
not.
missing anything.
No.
This is probably one of the ones that, you know, thankfully they haven't put on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
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 I don't want anything to come off Disney Plus for this.
No.
So-
No. I will happily watch things like the Santa Claus 3
Yeah.
and Inspector Gadget 2.
Yeah.
I will watch them if it means, you know.
So next
Don't replace
week's
them.
episode
It's
is
melody time.
It is definitely melody time because we've always got these
We've
moments.
always, I'm sure it is melody time.
If it's not, it'll be fun and fancy free.
Yeah, talk amongst yourselves. While I quickly go on to Google.
So
Yeah.
Oh, and remember as well, we are on YouTube. I've managed to upload all the podcasts that we've done onto YouTube as well. So if you're not signed up to Spotify or Apple, you'll be able to listen to it on there for free.
Yeah, I mean, I had to think about this before. Obviously, those that are listening to it obviously can listen to it, so they won't need to go over to YouTube.
Yeah.
Anyway, join us next week for Fun and Fancy Free.
Oh, so it is fun and fancy free.
There's that.
Yeah. Okay.
But actually, you know, we spoke about this. It's one that I am looking forward to watch out of all of these shorts. It's a shame we couldn't get Melody Time kind of way first. But yes, we've got Fun and Fancy Free, then Melody Time, and then The
Ichabod.
Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad.
Oh.
And then that's the end of the War Shorts.
Yes.
We can get back into it.
Just 3 more weeks.
3 more weeks. Yes, it's going to be a great
And
February.
then we can get back to what we would class as the classics.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think it's actually a straight run for us.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's a film that I don't like up until the late 90s.
Oh, just wait and find out. Wonder what that film is, Stephen.
Do you know what? I've had to rethink my scoring system after watching it. I can tell you that. don't think it deserves a 0 like Make My Music does.
Right, thanks for listening.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, we'll catch you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
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 Stop the music. Stop the music, sorry. Just thought you'd like to know that about 3 minutes after we finished recording this podcast, Jamie gave me a call to say that she had remembered who she was on about when she was talking about the Bugs Bunny thing. It was Ross from Friends. So, yeah, just thought you wanted to know. Cue music!